Hey everyone. So I'm coming off a 5-day migraine. I got it last Sunday. Today is Friday. Feeling better today. I have what I refer to as a migraine hangover. Pretty much like a regular hangover, only you didn't drink. It sucks. It's debilitating. It's horrible. But in the last 5 days, 4 days actually, I have called in to work to my full-time job, which stresses me out, and probably makes my migraines worse. I know it makes my migraines worse because when I'm in non-work status, when I get laid off for the season, my migraines aren't as bad. So I know that calling in is a factor in my migraines. Anyway, I'm I I don't know why I'm making this video, but I'm sharing. So I guess it's like a video diary share today. So I've got this full-time job and I've got this migraine thing going on, and I sell Scentsy. And everybody that knows me knows that I sell Scentsy and that I absolutely love it. And I do absolutely love it. And with these migraines, I have moments where I think I'm feeling better and I'll get up and I'll try to do things and try to start my day. And there's moments where I have to be a mom. I have to go drive my car somewhere because it's part of life and I have to exist. And so in those little moments of clarity that I have where I can look at my phone or something, a lot of times I'll do Scentsy business and I'll sell some Scentsy stuff. And I got thinking about Scentsy, and I just really wanted to share why I do this. It started as, honestly, the person that I bought Scentsy from was somebody that I just really liked her. She was a positive person. She was kind to everybody, and she was so genuine. And I wanted to be a better friend with her. I was friends with her, but it was like acquaintance friends. It wasn't like we're best friends, talk every day kind of thing. And I genuinely wanted to be better friends with her. I was a stay-at-home mom, and my life revolved around Gracie and Benson and Umizoomi, and I did not have adult conversations in any way, shape, or form. So I started buying Scentsy from my friend Michelle, and we started having all sorts of extra conversations outside of Scentsy about everything, kids and church and everything. And I just really began to grow to really like her. And so at some point, I was like, man, I love this product. I had been using an Amazon warmer, and I had finally gotten a Scentsy warmer and tried Scentsy wax, and I was like, it's so much more expensive, which it really wasn't once I started bundling and saving and doing that kind of thing. But I couldn't believe how much better it smelled. Like, the other wax to me smelled like crayons melted. It had that smell of wax, and the Scentsy wax didn't have that. So I really started buying just Scentsy and not using all the other stuff. I finally got a Scentsy warmer, and it didn't get nearly as hot. That was the main thing that I noticed right away from my Scentsy warmer versus my Amazon warmers, how much cooler my Scentsy warmer was. It didn't burn if you touched it, like you could touch it. So I was talking to Michelle and realized that I was spending probably about $30 a month at the time on Scentsy. And she's like, you could have a party. And I'm like, no, I'm not having a party. I'm not cleaning up my house for my friends to come over and having the headache of nobody showing up and I clean my house and nobody buying anything and all of that stuff. I was totally against having a party. And so I didn't. And I just bought from her for like a year. And then my mom needed to have surgery, and we ended up having a Scentsy fundraiser for her. And so my friends showed up to this party, and they all bought Scentsy, and they all loved it. And a whole bunch of them bought my Scentsy that I had for my own personal use. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And I realized during the party how much I knew about the product, how much I loved the product, and how much I was selling the product to my friends just because of how much I loved it. And so I talked to Michelle some more, and she's like, you only need $200 a month every third month, which is every fourth month now, to stay active as a consultant. So if you take that $30 that you're spending, a couple of these friends that ordered, get them to place an order every 3 or 4 months, you hit that $200 and then you get a commission off of it and you save money. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. So I did it. Signed up in October 2015, scared to death that I was going to fail because so many people fail at direct sales, right? It's true. Um, Lots of people say it's a pyramid scheme. I can tell you the research that I've done into pyramid schemes, Scentsy is not a pyramid scheme. Um, you have to work at Scentsy to get paid on your downline. You don't get paid for recruits. You get paid for sales. Um, so that's, anyway, side note. um, anyway, so I started doing this, and once I started, I realized not only am I good at it, but I really like it. And these relationships started to build, relationships with my customers, relationships with other consultants. And I have this group of friends now. Like, I've got a friend in New York that I have never met, and I adore her. Like, she would do anything for me, and I would do anything for her. I talk to her daily. We talk about everything from taxes to kids to pizza, and I adore her. And I would not have that relationship if it wasn't for Scentsy. I have customers that, I have these amazing relationships with now that I would have never gotten out of my box and had that relationship with them had it not been for Scentsy. And then there's this migraine thing. I stress out so bad about money and making money and calling in sick to work while I've got these migraines, but I still made $400 in the last 4 days between ridiculous little phone calls or texts or just responding to messages, laying in my bed with ice packs on my head or about to throw up and just trying to find something to focus on to not think about the pain. And I still was able to make money. And so now the goal is to just be able to do it full time. But I talk with my husband, and we're like, if we ever made a ton of money, you wouldn't quit selling Scentsy, would you? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't, because I just love it that much. And yeah, there's tons of perks money wise, but it really has just become the relationships and the general sense of self-worth that it gives me. So part of the reason I made this video is to tell all of you guys this. When you see my posts and I'm constantly pushing my product or Scentsy or telling you how much I love it or do you want to join my team, it's not just because I'm out there doing this thing that you're supposed to do. I genuinely love this. It has made me a better person. It makes me have self-worth. It makes me have confidence, and the product is amazing. Like, that's a side note in this video, but it's really not a side note. The stuff is amazing. I have it all over my house. I use it for everything: laundry, body line, cleaning line, wax, Scentsy Goes, diffusers, oils. I mean, we seriously have anything fragrant that you could possibly think of. And it's good product. The owners are amazing. The owners are good people. When my grandmother passed away, I went to Idaho, where their headquarters is, and Chuck, the owner's brother, stayed late so that I could go on a tour of the facility. Like, I called and said, I want to go. Today's the only day I can do it. I know you're closed. And so he stayed late and had a couple people stay late to take me on a tour of the facility, which made me take my mind off my grandmother, which I'm going to cry thinking about her. It took my mind off my grandmother for a little while, and then I got back to Missouri, to Kansas City, and I got a card from Heidi and Orville telling me that they were sorry for my loss. I mean, like, who does that? These people have never met me. They have no reason to care that my grandma died, but they did. They took care of me, and I think they're really good people. I've seen them do a lot of things for a lot of people, and I feel loved. This company makes me feel loved. My customers make me feel loved. The other consultants make me feel loved. My husband, when I started, he was like, whatever. And now he supports this business because he's seen what it's done for me personally. He's seen what it's done for us financially. Last 2 weekends ago, I think, we drove out to St. Louis to see Joseph, my oldest son, and that was Scentsy money. It was cash from a Scentsy event that I had in my money bag that paid for the entire thing, and it was just like, hey, no worries, we got this, and we went. I work hard at Scentsy. You can't make money with Scentsy unless you work hard, but if any of you have thought about it and want to do it, and you have reasons or you have more questions for me about why I did it, feel free to ask, because it helped change my life in a positive way. It gives me relief in so many different ways. You know, I know the stress of these migraines would be worse if I didn't have that side income coming in from Scentsy while I do have these migraines. Um, anyway, that's my why. That's why I did this. And so maybe if you watch this whole video, which I don't expect a lot of people to watch it or care for the whole thing, but if you did watch this whole video and you see my posts, like them, comment on them, refer me to your friends who want smelly stuff. It helps me, makes me feel good. And if you watch this whole video, then you obviously care about me, so you should share that with me. That's all I got. I hope everybody has a fabulous Friday. I'm going to work today. Yay! It's a stupid thing to get excited about, but I'm excited that my head doesn't hurt today and I can go to work. So, yay. Bye.